Once again, we've retraced from the 10,700 mark. There was a bit of like 20-30 point up move that you saw at closer to 12 o'clock, but markets have given up those gains. And now the problem is that even the outperforming stocks like Reliance Industries or in Infosys is crumbling in trades. Reliance Industries, that should come up for you on your screen. So that's lost some ground, while Infi 2 is down close to about 1.5%. So these were the two heavyweights which supported our markets, and they're under pressure. But let's focus on the big earnings which are expected today. Escorts and Tata Power will be on our radar. Sonia and Anisha are joining in with the expectations. Sonia, over to you.
Well, thanks a lot for that, Reema. For Escorts, it's expected to be quite a good quarter because the farm equipment sales, which is the tractor sales for this quarter, have gone up 36% on a year-on-year basis. The Escorts has also seen some market share gains, and all of that will result in higher revenues. So the expectation is that revenues will go up by almost about 34%. The margins will be stable around 12.5%, and the profit growth will be 42%. But more importantly, even the other two verticals are firing very well, the construction and the railway segment. So if you remember, last quarter, the big outperformance came in from the construction segment. It went up, volumes went up almost 37%. The management had indicated to us mid-quarter that a demand for cranes, loaders and compactors has surged substantially, and that trend is expected to continue in this quarter as well. Perhaps a lot of that is priced into the stock. The stock is up 30% from the lows in October. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much for that, Sonia. Well, Anisha is with us as well. Anisha, what do we expect from Tata Power?
Well, Nigel, the stock has moved up around 20% in the last 6 months on expectation of the Mundra Power Plant resolution, and that remains the key catalyst for the stock. Other than that, the range for the numbers remain very wide, but just to tell you the indicative numbers that the street is expecting, they're working with a top-line growth on a consolidated basis by 10%, given the fact that the generation growth has been around 12 to 14%, as there has been some capacity addition, as well as the renewables business is expected to do better. The margins are also expected to expand a bit to come in close to 22%, and that is because, remember, the coal prices on a year-on-year basis have gone up, and that's the reason while they maintain higher margins when it comes to the coal mining business, they might see some effect of it negating when it comes to the power plant business, because remember, for generation business, coal is a cost, and that's why the fuel cost might also ramp up. Lastly, if you look at the profits, that might be down by around 30%. Remember, there are a lot of one-offs when it comes to Tata Power, so these numbers are just indicative. Now, talking about the other things that we are watching out for, of course, the Mundra resolution is on top of the mind. There have been an order from from Supreme Court to rework the PPA. It is pending at the state level, so we'll have to watch out for any update coming from that, because remember, that is the key trigger for the stock. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. But remember, there are lots of mid-caps coming out with numbers. You've got CIAD, Bank of India, you've got Canara Bank, Wockhardt, Chennai Petro, Piramal Enterprises, Persistent Systems, Shoppers Stop. So lots of big numbers expected today. On that note, we'll get into a break. On the other side, Team Yanishekar of Comtrends will join in with a few trading strategies. So stay tuned.